Recording and the microphone. Okay. Mr. Brincat, you've just passed your first nomination here. Basically, next you'll be going to the Parliament plenary vote. Exactly. You said a few things, however, in there which were a bit surprising, really. One of which was that your hands were tied in the vote regarding Conrad Mitzi's vote of no confidence. Were there any other PLMPs who would say the same thing? And if yes,
I did not compare notes with anybody. All I can tell you, I can speak for myself, and when I say tied, in the sense that if a prime minister, any prime minister, and this is done internationally, issues a directive that the party should adhere to the party with standard procedure. It happens in the UK, it happens in many other countries. In some countries it does not. So draconian as it may sound, we are part of the legacy of the British system. And I suggest that you look up the article written by Professor Kevin Aquilina, who has no political agenda, and he actually described very carefully how the whip system operates in the UK and in Malta. So I think that I'm not putting and accusing the Prime Minister in any way. On the contrary, I think that when a party leader, whether he's a Prime Minister or leader of the opposition, issues whip instructions, they are binding, and anybody who for some reason or other chooses not to adhere to them has two choices, or two risks of being suspended or even being sacked from the parliamentary group. My decision, as I explained during the meeting, was very simple. I felt that I stand a better chance, or stood a better chance, of trying to motivate stronger good governance within my movement or by my party by continuing to work within the party rather than by jumping ship.
Concretely, yes or no? If you had the freedom to vote, would you have voted for Conrad Mitzi to remain a minister or not?
This is purely hypothetical, but I think I explained myself, because if you read my article in the Times I made it clear, and the Times article was written before the vote. So I still hold good, and I still stick by what I wrote in the Times prior to the vote.
What you wrote in the Times prior to the vote?
Prospectively, I use very strong language, and I told the Times that these kind of incidents risk destroying, not undermining, destroying the achievements which I strongly believe the Labour government has made, particularly in the economic field. And there was one particular juncture in the debate when I made it clear that economic growth has to be counterbalanced by effective good governance.
And my final question, Mr. Brincat.